down here in the Dominican. We are actually running the first Life 180 Mastermind down here, and you can see it's not really your traditional life insurance mastermind environment. You can see we're in the open air environment. We're here in the jungle, and it's super fun. I am on my phone going live here, and it is just what it is. Like you could see here, we've got my vibe board in the jungle set up. We've got a good presentation screen, and you can see, I'll show you around. It's pretty cool. We're going over here, and I'll flip around. You can see this is kind of our view that we're dealing with. We've got this rainy jungle day right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and I'm going to talk to people, and I'm gonna go around and, well, let me explain kind of what happens. So in the mastermind, what we've done is we're helping people create their online brands and start to get comfortable with doing more content and whatever. So as the experiment goes, we are going to send people to different corners of the resort. And so as I have the opportunity, I'm going to walk around and talk to each one of them about what they're learning, you know, how they've built their belief, the power of what we do, what they're most excited about in this business, what's going on. I thought it might be fun to take all you around with me and have a conversation with them. So first and foremost, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Super excited. And she is super nervous. And here we go. So everybody,
oh my God.
this is Diana.
Hi.
And so
oh my gosh.
she is awesome. And so Diana came here. Diana lives, I gotta go way out here to get two people on this framework. But Diana is helping Life 180 and kind of leading the charge for Life 180 Latino. We are launching an entire Spanish-speaking Latino division. Even though I live in the Dominican Republic right now and kind of live in Latin America, I do not speak a lick of Spanish. I'm getting better, but it's not very good.
So soon.
And she has Spanish as the first language. She's from Colombia.
Yes.
You live in Orlando?
In Orlando, yes, I am.
Yeah. And
For 10 years.
for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And she's been a very successful agent, and she has a passion to reach. Well, why don't you talk about like what you're excited about? I'm gonna let you talk.
Why'd you do that to me?
Cause
Chris?
you gotta get comfortable doing it.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. You know, I'm behind you. I believe in you, what you say. I believe on what is my values and my beliefs. That's why I'm here. That's why I contact you, because I believe that we have to do too much on my community. So you are the right person for be my mentor.
Oh, thank you. So guys, if you can't tell, like English is her second language,
Yeah,
right?
it
And
is.
so I think it's super cool that she's even got the courage to get on and do this. But she is going to be doing and launching a channel. So if you know anybody that is kind of Spanish as a first language and English is second, or even doesn't speak English, that lives in the U.S. or anywhere abroad, really, we can help do this. I would say just stay tuned and let them know about what we have going on, because Diana here is going to be launching Life 180 Latino. We're going to have a completely dedicated YouTube channel, everything to it, and you're going to be seeing more of her. So I'm excited to have her on board.
So see you soon. Thank you, Chris.
All
and
right.
please don't do that to me. I'm very shy.
All right. Good times, good times. What do we got going on, Daniel?
My mom.
Your mom. Hey, Mom.
Hey, mom.
So guys, this is Daniel. Daniel's my assistant. I'm showing everybody kind of behind the scenes right now. So Daniel is my assistant. He handles all the onboarding and processing. He helps us run all of our blogs and contracting with the agency. He does all that stuff. So Daniel is an awesome guy. He's also from Colombia,
Yep.
but he's moved here to live with us and be close to us and work side by side. That way we're in the same room and getting a lot of stuff done and making impact in lives, and it's pretty awesome. So I wanted you to meet him. He's just an awesome key part of the team. So it's fantastic.
Bye.
All right. So now I'm going to walk around. You get a little tour of the property here. I'm pretty excited. So guys, I'm gonna flip it. Well, no, I guess you'll just see it in the background. But I'm walking around the property right now. So I just came out. That's like our living room kind of lobby where we're doing all our training right now. The whole resort is pretty much open air. This is our kitchen. That's Jared. Say hi, Jared. So this is our kitchen. This is where we do our dinners, all pretty much open concept. I'm gonna walk up the hill right now. This is the stairs that I have to go up. to be able to get to my studio, and I'll show you the walk to my studio. I'm not working in my studio right now. If for some reason you're watching this and the connection blips for a minute, it's because I'm jumping in between routers. It'll catch up, it'll be good to go. Might freeze for a couple seconds as I bounce from one to the other, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm so excited. It's been so much fun to watch these guys really stretch and grow and test themselves. You know, this is, can't explain. There's so much about this whole life insurance game that I absolutely love. Oh, and there's my wife. And it's just so cool to have so many people here and growing and stretching and learning and trying to make impact and all these things. And it's just like, it's been such a humbling to get people in. And look at this, my wife. Hey,
What's up?
what are you
Your
doing?
people are my people.
Well, my people.
Hi, all the people.
All of the people. So
Do you want to see each other? How fun would that be? Look,
There
hi,
you go.
friends.
thanks for partaking in the exercise.
You said everybody go live.
Everybody
so
go live.
It's very infrequent that I do what I'm told.
There you go.
But I'm trying it. And you took my tripod thing.
I know, I did. I'm sorry. I needed it more.
Brought a new tripod.
She just bought this tripod and I stole it. So we are going around. I'm walking up to the pool. As you can see, I've been going upstairs. We counted it the other day. It's 126 steps to get to the top, to get to the pool. I go up and down these steps about 10 times a day. So let's just say I'm staying fitter here in the Dominican. So we are hopefully gonna run into somebody up here. Who's up at the pool? Everybody's at the pool. Here we go. We're gonna see a lot of people. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah. And you'll see why they're at the pool here. Check this out. Check this out. It's awesome. This is my view. This is my new home. So if you didn't know, I launched a private equity fund and we bought this hotel and we're still raising money. But we raised the money to buy it and we're still raising money to finish the expansion. But things are going amazing. A lot of momentum, a lot of progress. But you can see, I don't know if this will do the view justice, but it doesn't suck, does it?
It does not suck at all.
It's pretty good.
It's amazing. I feel like I'm on top of the mountain.
Right? It's super cool when you look out here and you got the birds flying at like eye level
Yeah, literally.
and you're overlooking the ocean.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty magical.
Honestly.
Coming up here in the morning, we do our workouts right here. I got my TRX band over there and we just kind of like hang out over there and you can see the view. It's awesome. And look at this. I love this. These are some of the guys from the retreat, and they're all here. They're getting ready to go live themselves. This is super cool. I think I'm going to do this event quarterly because I think it's been even only 2 days into a 7-day event, and I'm already just like loving the response, loving the impact, loving the growth, loving the challenge that people are pushing themselves through, and it's just fantastic. So let me see here. How do I get chat going here? Can I live chat? Let me see. Is it all going? Yeah, live chat. All chat visible. Oh, and we got a little guy here. Future life changer. He's gonna have. You gonna be a life insurance agent? Yeah. You gonna be a life insurance agent? Boom.
The star of
Bow,
the show.
bow. Oh, what are we doing? Are we going live yet?
We're trying to.
That.
No.
All right. Not at the end. All right, I lost connection for every now and then, but we're good to go. Gonna go in to the studio. So I'm gonna take you on a shortcut so I don't lose the internet connection. Check it out. Ready? So I'm gonna go under. I go under these stairs, and I could walk all the way around the pool and get there, but I just take this shortcut through the jungle here. We're gonna go here, and I'm gonna sneak in and see what's going on down here. Got a couple guys. This is gonna be a lot of fun. If you're with me and you're watching, feel free to chat. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you're chiming in from. We'll go from there. So check this out. So this is my studio. I'll give you the behind the scenes crew. How'd you guys get in here?
Yeah. We just ran in.
What are you doing here? This is awesome. All right, Richard, say what's up.
We're with Kirkpatrick here.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
We're doing a live stream too.
You're doing a live
It's
stream
like
too.
a collab.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. So
you
guys,
show- you
you mind if
told-
I ask you some questions? Did I
Did
show up?
Did you show the jungle? You let them know.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
I've
middle of
been
the
walking
jungle.
around. I literally walked up, I'm giving the whole tour.
Yeah.
It's been pretty awesome. So,
Yeah.
this said, I'd love, we're going around, we're doing this live. Everybody is pretty much going live right now. I just went by the people at the pool. I'm going to go back and talk to them more in depth in a couple minutes. But what I just wanted to ask you guys, we've been here for a couple days. We've had a little bit of fun. Like, this mastermind is designed to push and stretch and get people out of their comfort zone, build their business. There's a lot of the technical logistics, but there's also the nuanced components of the psychological elements that go into the things that hold us back, like our limiting self-conscious beliefs and all those things.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of curious to, we're 2 days in, you guys came down. Everybody always, when we go to events, we always have kind of preconceived notions
Yeah.
of what we think we're getting into, what we believe we signed up for.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear kind of what your thoughts are at this very moment, and I'm also curious to hear about what has you the most excited about why you're doing what you're doing at this moment.
I'll
Richard,
go-
you want to
sure,
go
for
first?
it. No, you go first.
You want to go first?
No, for me, I think I have my degree in marketing, and I realize how little I know about marketing. Most of what I've been doing.
I didn't know you had your degree in marketing. That's
Fun
awesome.
fact.
That's awesome. Fun fact. That's awesome.
So as they say, marketing is one to many, sales is one to, one.
Mhm.
So for me, it's been a real awakening how this is to really have a business and really to be an entrepreneur in the true sense. You have to invest in marketing. And to me, the type of marketing that, Life 180 is bringing to the table and teaching is just second to none. And I'm just very grateful to be here,
Awesome, man.
to participate in that.
Thank you. Appreciate having you here.
You got it, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Hey
All right,
guys, Matt Branch.
So you
More
guys
money,
may
Matt.
recognize this
More
guy.
money, Matt.
More money, Matt. Go follow him, check him out. But
Yeah.
you guys have probably seen him before. A couple
Yeah.
years ago, we did a couple videos
Yeah,
together,
I
and
looked at a lot
it's
different.
awesome.
Or maybe not.
He was a
to some
baby.
people.
He was a baby at the time.
I'm still a baby. No, I think biggest thing for me is there's so many people out there who are doing what I'm aligning with, and I think community is the biggest thing I've taken away from this, and what YouTube could do for someone, because everything connects to a YouTube channel. Chris has been able to grow so much from his YouTube channel and just playing the long-term game. I've definitely been criticized a little bit about my TikTok content creation. I'm live right now. It's kind of funny. So yeah, no, I'm just learning how to have the longer term vision, build a community, like a serious community, because people talk about building a community, but I don't think they mean it. I think when you say building a community, it means a lot different than things than someone who just says, oh, I'm going to build a community, and they don't ever check in. It seems like you're actually checking in with people and creating a live, living community, breathing, purposeful, whole life selling. And meaningful. Like changing lives. So, yeah.
What has you most excited about, why you do what you do?
Man, I think it's being able to connect. I know that we did our little man circle, and I think it was awesome.
Little man circle. That was a big ass man circle,
we got
man.
a big circle going, and I think I think biggest thing is, like I said, connecting with people, and just forming brotherhood and building a community. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
By the way,
really
the
good.
women had a circle too.
But they were they were in their own lane.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thanks, brother. It's awesome having you here.
Thank you.
Matthew.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I mean, so far we're having a lot of fun here in the Dominican. I think, what's exciting about what we do is we're building a community, not only, bettering ourselves amongst each other and helping each other grow, but this community is really built to go out and make an impact for a lot of people. And I've been with a lot of different companies. They get together, similar like this, not in the Dominican, probably at some house.
And let's be real, not like this.
But the only thing they really talk about, right? The only thing they really talk about is sales training. And I think with us, we want to make an impact because we believe we can serve and help people and guide them without having to sell. And we're going through a lot of different ways to do that. So I just really don't know of any other company that's doing what we're doing in the way that we're doing it. And I'm just super excited because I think this community is definitely bound to grow, double, triple, quadruple in a short amount of time. And if you haven't heard about what we're doing now, I think in a short amount of time, everybody's going to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty excited.
I think, you know, what he's alluding to, like my thing, I didn't even know going into this mastermind, you know, how far I was going to take this, but I wanted to get a feel for the group and a feel for the people and see how open people were to different things. You know, by inviting people down to the DR and doing it at this hotel, it literally was like inviting people into my life, like inviting people into my personal world, because like this venture and this space is now my home, right? And I didn't know what that would be like, honestly. I was excited and kind of nervous about it, like, because I didn't know how it was going to be like perceived, and you know, doing different things like the men's circle, which I think was like really unique for what a lot of the guys. Was that fair to say?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so like doing that, and then doing other ceremonial kind of stuff that is like designed to help you ground and meditate and work through, you know, different things, so you can kind of break through self-limiting subconscious barriers that we all have and walls that we have up, and you know, just getting through these different practices that are designed. You know, we all talk about like, oh, we need to meditate, we need to be mindful, we need to be present, we need to do all these things, but it's not often that people know and are shown a practice and are able to be given an experience. And you know, so I brought people through a process of something that I do on almost a daily basis that is out there, you know, and most people don't do it. Is that fair to say? Like, it's completely wild and different.
Yeah, I know.
But was it beneficial?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to come to
Yeah,
see.
you got it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just a little testimonial.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Chris he gets this 100% of the time, but he's the exact same in his videos, and he's the exact same person. And it's so cool to see that there's so many online figures out there that they're absolutely not the same people that they preach they are. So really cool, and I think everyone should just stay tuned to the channel and
Awesome.
just grow with it, and
Thanks,
come meet
man.
Chris for real.
Yeah, that's amazing. So guys, I just got a question. Benny Romo asked, "What's the best book in life insurance?" Matt, go.
Best book in life insurance? Boy, that's a hard one. I couldn't even, I don't even know where to begin. I would say the best book in life insurance is Cashflow Hacking.
That's my boy. Now you're set up.
I gotta go with
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry about
It's
this,
okay,
Chris.
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How Privatized Banking Really Works by Carlos Lara and Dr. Robert Murphy. That's my
Okay.
favorite. And I
Okay.
think it's gonna give you a different perspective on it, a real world perspective, not just insurance, but understanding the flow of money, what money really is, because a lot of people don't even know what money really is and how it relates back to infinite banking.
Is that book on Amazon?
Potentially, I think it might be. You could find it. Just look up how privatized banking really works. It might just be on the Nelson website.
Okay, cool.
It's a really good one.
I love it. I love it.
That's news. Well, not to be repetitive, but in regard to your book, Chris.
Yeah.
But I actually read just recently called The Fifth Option.
Yeah.
And that's how utilizing whole life insurance as a separate,
Yeah.
non-correlated asset
Mhm.
class.
Which is
And,
great.
So that's one just recently that
I love it.
I learned a lot.
I love it.
Yeah,
You were showing me that.
Learning.
You were showing me that. I love it.
Constantly learning.
I love
But
it.
yeah,
I love it.
And the other one, last thing I wanted to say, as far as we talk about transcendental meditation, we talk about ways to get quiet
Mm-hmm.
and what have you. But what this retreat has done is really actually put this into an application, something you can actually do by actually going through it and learning and obviously being a part of it. But you can take this back with you, and that to me is really beneficial.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, because yesterday I was sitting right next to you during the process, and at first you seemed a bit anxious and like whatever, and I was a little bit worried about like how you were going to be, right? Like, because it's a stretch, but then out of everybody, I feel like you got more out of it than
Yeah.
almost anybody.
Yeah.
And you.
So cool.
Like, I was shocked.
so cool.
I was shocked, and it was so
Yeah.
cool, like to be sitting next to you and watch you kind of go through that process.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that.
Well, I appreciate you and thank you for this. And
Yeah, man.
this has been just a great experience. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And Andrew Porto says, "I know what the daily activity is," and he does. That's awesome. Romania, I'm coming over. I'm coming over. She's trying to hide. She's trying to hide. But she's hiding behind my sound barriers here, and we got all the sound thing. But she's hiding. So
Hi.
Romania, hey,
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Nice. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So Romania doesn't have a channel yet.
No, I don't.
You know, but Romania is an agent. She works in the business part-time, but she's also a registered nurse and does amazing things and is passionate about taking the information that you've learned and have implemented in her own life, and is looking to share nurses, because nurses, you know, don't get a lot of guidance and don't have a lot of people advocating for their
No.
finances. So
Unfortunately, we don't learn that in school.
you don't?
No, we don't, unfortunately.
So you're like everybody else?
We're like everybody else. We entered the profession with a lot of debts, student loans, trying to figure life out, maybe buying a car, saving for buying a house, maybe getting married. And the mentality that we all have is to just work overtime, get a second job, do what you got to do, and then figure what you're going to do with the money, instead of having a better way to do the same thing, but in a more practical way. And I'm here this weekend or this week to bring back to my colleagues what they could do better, because I was there myself, being a nurse for 24 years. There are ways to do things more practically than the way I'm doing it right now. Or I'm in the journey, thanks to Chris. Yes, I'm in the journey, and I'm here to learn, and I'm here to share what I learned.
That's amazing. What's been your biggest takeaway so far? Like, what's been the greatest, like, impactful element of your experience in the first 2.5 days? And we got like 4 more days to go.
You put me on the spot. I don't know. There's so many things that I learned.
That's okay.
What do you think?
Zip line?
No, I was scared of the zip line.
Overcoming fear.
But
Yeah. So talk about that. That's a big
I faced my
deal.
fear, like
And-
the saying in Chris's environment, I faced my fear and I did it anyway. So I did 12 different steps of zip lining, and I've never done that before in my life. It was my birthday and I enjoyed it. At first it was scary, but I faced my fear. Yeah.
I love
did
it, and it's amazing. And she rocked it out. I gotta tell you, it was so cool yesterday to watch her, because no joke, she went to the zip line, and by the way, it was a nasty hike, and you know, getting to the top and getting at the zip line, and then she literally looked at it, and I swear she got clipped into the zip line, and it's the largest zip line in the Caribbean, by the way. So this is not like some little zip line. This is the biggest in a mountain in the Caribbean, and she's at the top, like holding on, and she's like freaking out a little bit, right? Is that fair? You were freaking out a little bit. And so she's there and she's like, I gotta hold on. I'm like, no, you don't have to hold on. You're good, you're safe, don't worry about it. Like, just trust the process, right? Like, it's safe. You could just lean back, sit back, and you're good to go. Just go for the ride.
That is true.
And she wasn't like, it took her, I'm gonna tell you, 4 minutes to get off the ledge and to go for it. But the coolest thing for me is we had 12 lines to go through. And as she went through each one, I was right in front of her, basically, or right behind her, and right in front of her, I kind of hopped around. But I was behind her at first, and then to watch her go from place to place and zip line to zip line. And, you know, the first one, she was a bit nervous. The second one, she went to go. And by the fourth one, fifth one, she was like, all right, here we go. I thought she was going to go upside down. You know,
I wasn't holding the cord by the fourth one.
By the fourth one, she was just like hands-free, and it was awesome. But I looked at that as such an analogy for life and such an analogy for the business, is like we get in our own way, our own self-limiting beliefs, our own fears that keep us from being successful. You know, success is right on the other side of your fear, and like it was so cool to see the
change,
the correlation, the parallels between watching the growth of a couple people. There were probably 3 people that really struggled because of fear of heights or fear of like whatever, just overall anxiety about, you know, hopping on a cable that's, you know, 300, 400 meters long, and, you know, hoping it doesn't snap and plummet to your death, right? You know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But it's amazing when you watch them start and get going, and you realize, like, do you realize when they started and how scary it was? And then literally 15, 20 minutes later, they're still doing it.
Right.
And it's like they've been doing it forever. There's no fear at all.
No fear.
And that's the same thing in what we do. Most agents just stand in their own way, and they don't do what they need to do, and they're so scared of their egos in their own way, and they don't realize if they just do it, the results will come. If they just do it, it'll get easier, right?
It's the first step. The first step with everything is hard. But once you take the first step and trust the process, everything comes easy.
And for
I-
me, oh, go ahead.
And
Go
I
ahead.
was happy that I trusted what Chris was sharing with me and trusted the process and went with it.
I love it.
And I enjoyed the skylining.
That's amazing. So high five.
Thanks,
You're
Chris.
awesome. So it was really amazing because there was several people that were going through that process, and it was phenomenal. Has anybody?
this guy.
Oh yeah, Matt, talk about your zip lining.
Oh,
Oh,
I,
let me tell you something.
I failed to disclose to everybody.
Yeah, we
Even,
didn't realize Matt was like,
even-
quivering.
And a lot of people didn't know I'm actually afraid of heights. So I was hoping when they said zip lining, I was hoping it wasn't too high. And as soon as we got there, we climbed up this hill that didn't stop, and we kept on going higher, higher, higher. So when we got up to the top, and I looked over the whole huge mountain valley that we're about to zip line across, I realized I was going to have to face my fear because there's no way I was going to go all the way up and say, oh, I can't do this. And then we had about a group of 12 or 13, and I said, well, it's probably easy to wait and be the last person. And then I thought to myself, no, a couple of people went, and I said, I need to do it now. So I got in line.
Yeah, man.
And, went against every emotion and stimulus. My body was pumping, my heart was pumping, I was sweating. And I looked across the valley, and if you're scared of heights, you understand the feeling. If you're not, you have no idea what it feels. Your body almost takes over. And so I got on the zip line and went through it. I swear the first 3 seconds, I started immediately, my heart pumping, my stomach, and feeling queasy. And it's funny because on the zip line, I don't know if you guys ever went zip lining, but you can actually just sit in the rope because it's across your butt and it's holding you down. I was so freaked out that I was holding onto the rope and holding.
You're hanging?
I was
You're
hanging.
holding up.
I was holding my whole body for the first
That's-
time. So I wasn't
that's-
even fully, all the way onto the
That's
seat.
funny.
And
Romania was
so-
trying to do that. She couldn't pull it off. She just couldn't get the grip
Yeah.
strength. She's like, I can't
Yeah.
grab.
By the end of it, my hands were like swollen. So, and then I realized we had to do it 12 times. So I'm like, oh great. Well, if I don't overcome it now, then there's no other time. So, first one was definitely difficult. Second one was still kind of difficult, but a little bit easier. The third one was still difficult, a little bit easier. To be honest, I mean, even the last one on the 12th, I didn't completely, fully let go of the fear, but I was very more confident, and I went upside down like you, Chris.
I know, bro.
So we got that
I love
going.
it.
But yeah, I mean, I always love an opportunity to grow. And I think, aside from this industry, I think this industry really commands somebody to grow. And if you really want to actually get into this industry, man, there's no other industry that I know of that really challenges you in ways that will stretch you and grow you than doing what we do. I just don't know of any.
I love it.
You really fooled me, man. I thought you were.
Oh, I know. I kept
Yeah.
it in. I kept it in.
He held it in. He's good, man. It's classic stoic. This guy. He's like, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna let my emotions rule me.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
I'm not gonna let my emotions rule me. So yeah, man. Well, thanks. You're awesome. You're
All right.
awesome.
Everyone, like, comment, and subscribe.
All right.
Right?
More money, Matt. Matt Seibert, right?
Yes, sir.
And Romania is getting channel soon. It's gonna be amazing. So all right, let's do this. Let's go to. See you guys. Well, say bye to them. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. We're going up to the pool now. So I'm leaving the studio. This is for all you who are just joining. This is the new Life 180 studio, and let me introduce you to my view in my office. I'll take you on a little walk. We're gonna go up to the pool. Boom, boom. We're in the jungle, overlooking the ocean. I'm gonna show you the view from the pool again when we get up there. I was up there once, but we're going back. Gonna go talk to 4, 5, 6 more agents. And it's gonna be awesome. I love doing this stuff. I'm going onto the stairs to the shortcut. This is Diana again, for all you who are just joining live. This is gonna be Life 180 Latino right there. We're launching a new channel, Spanish speaking only, gonna be impacting that whole community, which so badly needs it because there's so much bad information out there. So, sorry, keep losing people. But I'm up at the pool here. This is the pool at the new resort that we just bought with the private equity fund, Cashflow hacking fund. You can go to hacking.com and check it out if you're interested. If you're an accredited investment opportunity, we're going to be expanding. I've got more content coming in. Guys have decided to video, and it's cool. They got All right, I lost everybody there. I had a hard connecting. I just kept, I think we got, so I didn't know how it would go, right? Like, cause I didn't know, you know, how people would receive certain things. I didn't know how, you know, I think you do this, like with the event, the way that we have it structured, I think it'll be different with every single group of people that comes through, you know, to a certain extent. But I'll say is like, I'm blown away by the courage. I'm blown away by, the willingness to stretch, right? Like for people, and it shows why you're here. It shows why you're going to be successful, and it shows, you know, the fact that you have the courage. Because we've done some things, whether it's like doing the largest zip line in the Caribbean yesterday,
That was awesome.
which was probably pretty cool, you know, or whether it's like doing the ceremony we did last night, or doing the men's circle the night before, right? Like all these things that aren't necessarily scary, but they're different, right? And they force you to think differently. They force you to like really stretch and make you think and be intentional about not just what you're doing, but why you're doing it. And so like I've been honestly surprised. Like what we did last night, I wasn't planning on doing that. You know what I mean? I didn't know we were going to do that, and I just got the intuition. I was like, you know what? I think some of these guys like need it, like would want it, and I think it will help them. And I think like I was nervous to even bring it up because I didn't know what the response would be, because it's a like to the normal world it's a bit fringe, right? Like, and but at the same time, now that you guys have done it, the guys that did do it, not everybody did, but the ones that did it, you probably are like, it was pretty normal, right? It was a pretty normal experience. It wasn't intense at all, but it was super grounding and beneficial. And like we talk about the need to meditate and ground and be present and intentional and think. And to me, it's just a practice that I do on almost a daily basis to be able to do that. Because I think without it, it's really hard to do it. You know, it's hard to be present. I move 1,000 miles an hour. I know you guys move 1,000 miles an hour. We all have a lot of things that we're balancing. And so doing that intentionally, I think is really important. You know, do whatever we have to do to kind of get into that heart space, get into that, you know, mind space to do that. And so I think my biggest takeaway is that you guys are all beasts, and, you know, and that, like, I'm just grateful to have you guys in my life. I'm grateful to, you know, have you part of Life 180, and to know that, like, I don't, like, anybody, I mean, people watching probably don't know me, or maybe they do, I don't know. But, like, to me, it's not a matter of, like, selling life insurance. Like, I don't even care about selling life insurance. I care about, like, building people. And I think, you know, when we build people and people values that we kind of have, comes into play. And that's a simple conversation. But, you know, obviously I want you guys to sell life insurance because of the impact that I know it'll make in other people's lives, and, you know, the value you guys will get in return, and the lifestyle it will provide, and all that stuff. And that's phenomenal. But what's more important to me is seeing the stretching and seeing the growth and watching it. And we're only in day 2, guys. We got like 4 more days to go. Like, you know, and it's super cool to watch. And, you know, we're going to keep doing more things. We're going to keep doing more stuff. And we're going to, you know, keep stretching and keep pushing, and mix in like real life, right? Like, I think that's what I realized. I guess my biggest takeaway at this point in time, it's reconnecting. Oh, there we go. Is it reconnected? Tap. It's not. Well, I'm live.
Keep it going.
All right. So I think what I realized is, you know, the importance of just building people. And I've always believed it, but I'm seeing it in real life. Like, this is my first live event for life agents like this. I've done a lot of online events. I've done a lot of online groups and like community kind of stuff, but I've never done a live mastermind more than a day. You know, I've done like a live event, right? I've done, you know, a live, you know, 4-hour session, or a live, you know, 8-hour session, but I've never done like a week-long event where I invite people down or anything of that nature. And, you know, what I say is, like, you guys and the growth that is happening, and I think what I'm seeing is the commitment to growth is the thing that blows me away, you know. And you guys, you know, are just, you're the leaders. You're the future leaders. You're all growing. You're all being intentional. And if you just stay consistent and do it, you can't help but win. And winning isn't just selling life insurance, right? Like, And that's when I started this, my philosophy was like, I don't care if you sell life insurance or not, even though, of course, I care because I want you to be successful. But to me, it's not about that, because that's about serving myself, like, because, you know, that's when I make money. But like, to me, it's like, how do I build you so like no matter what, or give you a framework or structure, the confidence or whatever, to have an environment where you say, well, whether I sell a policy or not, 2 years from now, I want to be happy and proud. I want to be a better person. I want to be more like, I want to grow more, and I want to, you know, be closer to being who I need to be and want to be to live the life I want to live. And that's what we're doing. And I think if you just lead from that, like that's the old John Wooden philosophy, right? Where it's like, he didn't care, you know, if they won or lost. You know, they won a lot of games because he didn't care. You know what I mean? And it was all about the activity and all about the action and controlling what you can control, you know? So that said, my biggest takeaway is just you guys are awesome.
No, you're right.
That's my simple thing.
Appreciate everything you put together here.
So I'm curious for my channel now, because I got you here and you can see the guys now, right? And you guys picked the best spot in town with the best view. Way to go! This is literally the best spot on the Salmon Peninsula.
I would have to agree.
Right? And so so my question is this, and I have.
Real quick, can we wrap up with my?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Close out with Charles. You want to say
Yeah, absolutely.
one more breakthrough, and then I'll close it out.
All right.
Yeah, so there's
I'm gonna take my mic off.
two
Give it-
of my biggest
pass it around.
takeaways is first and
Hey,
foremost
guys.
the importance
Bro,
of finding your
princess.
true authentic self and doing that internal
up?
work, which is also the hardest work to do, right? Like looking at
Put it in the
yourself,
other pocket.
and on top of that, also just the integrity that Life 180 as a whole has really cultivated, a culture of integrity. And there's life insurance companies with the name integrity, but it's quite the opposite of what those companies represent. But the core values of this company, and speaking to each and every agent at this mastermind, their heart is at the core of their decision-making process. Them wanting to create a more profound community is at the heart of each and every one of the men sitting here, and as a part of the mastermind as a whole. That's at the very core. And that is an anomaly in the life insurance industry. So yeah, if you guys are looking to maybe do a career change like what I'm doing right now, you might want to look into Life 180.
We're doing good stuff.
Love that.
Awesome. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Hopefully that was helpful. I just want to finish by saying that this has by far been the most incredible experience of my life. We're in an unbelievable environment. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Just meeting the most incredible people. And one of the things that I've learned from that is how important it is. It's something that I've neglected for a long time, and how important your tribe is, your community, people who you work with, people who you experience or just you're around on a regular basis, and just how crucial it is, because having that support system, and like, you know, when we were doing the brotherhood circle and stuff, like just being able to be vulnerable, talk about what we've got going on, and sharing it and stuff, and you know, having each other to lean on as well. And like, there's just so much chaos and uncertainty in the world. Like, I think it's gonna be more important than ever to surround yourself with the people who are with the type of people that are on the same path as you, or a similar path, you know, similar purpose. They share the same type of core values that you do. I just think it's going to be absolutely crucial, particularly moving forward in a very polarized world. But there's just so much power in surrounding yourself with the right people. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you. I love you guys. I consider you my brothers now. This has been absolutely fantastic, and I cannot effing wait to see what we build together. I cannot wait to be here next year. Yeah, to be here next year talking about all the growth we've experienced, all the people we've helped, how we've grown our business. I cannot freaking wait. So hope that helps, guys. I love you. See you in a few days. Mattias is out.
All right, that was amazing. So they just finished on his channel, and I'm over here. We're going to keep going. And so what I wanted to do is go around and just ask everybody what their biggest takeaway has been. I should probably talk into the microphone. I wanted to ask everybody what their biggest takeaway from this event has been. So I was asking them down in the studio. You know, we got another group down there, and I talked to some other people downstairs. at the bottom of the hill, I should say. And you know, this has been, for me, this has been a different event. I did not expect it to go the way it's gone so far. It's, you know, it's been awesome, right? But it's just been different. And so I'm curious to hear from you guys, like, what has been your takeaway? Like, what did you expect coming in? How has it been different? And what's been, like, kind of your favorite experience, most impactful experience of the first 2.5 days? And we got 4 more days to go.
Yeah, so that's a pretty loaded question, Chris.
I know.
So
why I
so
asked
for
it.
so for the for the past 14 months, I've been grinding hard, like working 18-hour days, 7 days a week, and that wears on you. That wears on your psyche. That wears on your relationships with your family, all of those things. So the importance of allowing yourself to like reconnect with nature and have really really deep connections with like-minded people is so important in your life. So important. And like, and you know, we're always told, let's grind. You got to grind. That's like the mantra in the States, right? Like that's how you get to the next level. But on the flip side of that, taking a step back and saying, hey, like, what do I really want? What fills my cup? And allowing yourself to really like think about those things and then pursue those things and have like an actual clear action plan. Because the problem is we don't really have a clear action plan. Most of us are just floating through life. I know I was. Like I didn't spend time. I was just like, this is what everyone else says I should do. But that wasn't in alignment with myself. So like just taking that time and finding yourself so that you can really find fulfillment and happiness, that's definitely my biggest takeaway.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, Mr. Ian.
Yeah, Ian Vogel here. I'd have to say that my biggest takeaway, and this comes from being around a group of peers that are really authentic people. And I think after COVID, you know, the time where everybody was kind of closed off and isolated, I think a lot of people, and I'm realizing that about myself included, where I kind of fell into that. And I stopped doing the things that I was doing to intentionally put myself in environments with like-minded peers and people who were on the same path. That kind of became less of a thing for me, like a muscle that atrophied. And being here with Chris and everybody on the team, it's just been an eye-opener. And the takeaway from that is authenticity is so important. And being in a job, in a situation in a profession, doing something that you love doing is of the utmost importance. And to be able to be successful in something like that, authenticity is an absolute must. And to add to that, that's only half of the equation. The other half of the equation is not holding back your authenticity. You can be authentic all day, but if you're not talking to anybody, if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not spreading your light with the world, it doesn't have an impact. So in addition to being authentic and just saying what's on your heart and being real, you have to take action steps to put that into the world so that you can manifest the kind of life you want. This has been a really incredible and inspiring retreat thus far, and I'm really excited for the next 4 days. I know there's a lot more to come, way more than just business, growth on many different levels, and that's super important. So, yeah, thank you.
Love it, man. Love it.
What's up, guys?
Gamke.
Yeah, Jeff Gamke here. So it's interesting. You know, I came here expecting kind of one thing. You know, I'm going to be focused on business development, working on funnels, some of the things that, you know, I haven't quite gotten tightened down, dialed in. And that's not my answer to the question right now, Chris. That's totally different. What really stood out to me is, you know, last fall, the agency I was with, you know, there's some issues. We had to find a new agency. And there's been a lot of things in my life that, you know, I've had a background in personal development and natural health and bioenergetics, and then I'm passionate about life insurance, and I've not found many people that can put all that together and have that part of somebody's journey. And so finding you, you know, last fall and then now this retreat, it's like finally somebody that gets it and gets all of it, because the other places we interviewed, You know, it was about life insurance. It was about 100 dials a day. It was about just that. There was no emphasis on the inner work, the inner growth, who you are as a person, and how that affects you, your family, the people that you're going to serve, your ability to communicate and touch people in the way that they need to better themselves. And yeah, there's a sales process in that you're looking for an exchange, but in my opinion, it's an exchange in abundance that what I'm offering, yes, I get a commission for, but what it's doing for the other person is way more than the price tag on it. And really there's not even a price tag per se, because it's not like they're buying a, you know, product off the shelf. So for me, the big thing from the few days so far has just been the culture that you've built, Chris. You know, we've had some very close conversations, you know, in the few days, and gotten to know more of your story and your journey. And I think you going first and leading the way and doing your inner work, going through the hoops of flames, going through the walls of fire that you've gone through, that many of us, you know, are in or have been in or will go through, to know that you've gone through those things and have really crystallized who you are as a person, who you are as a leader, gotten your mission and vision dialed in to where what's being created here is way beyond life insurance. It's way beyond sales, way beyond marketing. This is about, like these guys said, integrity and authenticity. This is about, I think, a movement in the life insurance industry. This is about a movement in people's growth and, you know, helping people obtain what seems maybe far off, because it's not just about the money. It's about all the pieces of someone and how their relationships affect them, how their health affects them. Not that we necessarily have direct solutions for all those, right? We're not the MLM company that has all the direct solutions, but it still is part of the equation that when we can help somebody with their finances and tune into maybe some parts of themselves that they haven't, and find what their deeper desires are, what their values and beliefs are, as we talk so much about. And we're doing that from the standpoint of helping them with their money, but when they can identify with that, that's going to help them in all the other areas of their life. So I think coming here and realizing that we're part of a team, we've connected as brothers in a way that I did not expect. I mean, I've really enjoyed getting to know these guys prior to coming here, but just connecting on a deep level with these guys, knowing we're all very much on the same page of who we are, what we're trying to achieve, who we're trying to help. There's a common bond here that I think will last a lifetime. And I know there's something bigger coming out of this than just our own individual businesses and, you know, the Life 180 agency of just selling insurance. There's a deeper, bigger vision here that I know is coming more into focus for you, Chris, that is exciting to be here, you know, on the beginning stages of that, and to have, you know, each of us a key piece in that puzzle as it moves forward and continues to grow. And I think there's going to be some powerful things in the industry that shape place. I think we're going to be a standard of excellence for the industry, and it's just a humbling thing to have just been at the right place at the right time, to have found you, to find you guys, and be here and be a part of it. So,
Thanks, man.
you bet. Thanks. Arnell.
All right. I don't know. I guess I could just start off with my journey as well. Before I joined Life 180, I was a customer, and the way when I found Chris was I was signing up for a policy with another company. They were teaching me all of the misinformation about the benefits of the IUL policy. And then, before making that investment or making that decision, I wanted to do what everybody else does and go on YouTube and research, what is IUL. And sure enough, what did I find? Chris's channel. And then from that point, I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop watching it. And then I signed up for a consultation, and one of his agents contacted me, and they really gave me a great education, on the benefits of a whole life policy. And then I got to talk to Chris a couple times, and then I ended up purchasing a policy because it was going to help my family with what we were going through as far as being able to save for that emergency fund, within the whole life policy, and then also, take care of some some debts, with the strategies that you have with infinite banking. So, and so after that, I was like, man, I love this guy Chris. I haven't met him in person, and I love Life 180 and their whole system. I gotta sign up. So after I signed my policy, I was like, Chris, how do I become an agent with you? How can I join you in this mission that you have? So, and then just a few weeks ago, he announced to all his agents to come here to his beautiful location, his beautiful resort here in Dominican, um, and join his first mastermind. And I said, sure, sign me up for that too as well. And just like all of my brothers have been saying here, it's not only Chris graciously sharing all of his systems and all of his leaders here sharing their systems, how they're successful, um, but I myself have grown, not only as a better agent, um, but also really believe a better person, a better man. So not only will I come back from this 7 days, better able to serve, the clients I meet with, my friends, my families, but, you know, and the other bonus is Chris is exactly the same in person that he is on YouTube. So it's not all smoke and mirrors, guys. This guy's the real deal, and I really appreciate. I guess the whole theme of this week for me is just gratefulness about that's come into my life just recently. So.
Love it, man.
Well said, brother.
I'm gonna move over here for you.
All right. Yeah, man.
All right, Maddie.
Matty
You're
Ice.
closing the show down.
Linear Wealth Creator. What's up, guys? Absolutely fantastic experience. First, I just have to share my gratitude with you again, Chris.
Yeah, bro.
Not just for putting on this incredible event, but like you, I started a marketing agency and it was fantastic. It changed my life, and but I was starting to it just the fire wasn't there for it anymore, right? I knew I was ready for something else. And it just so happened that, because my agency was doing well and, I was saving up money, I was looking to, do something with it. Obviously, I almost purchased an IUL. Of course, I found your content, dove right into it, just like everybody else.
And people ask me why I make anti-IUL
Right,
content.
right. And
You're looking at it.
This is it, man. And, your mission to expose the truth about it so that people can actually make informed decisions, it just really resonated with me. And as soon as I started going down that rabbit hole, I instantly had this new fire, this new purpose, this new mission that I knew I had to pursue. And I haven't been this fulfilled and excited about what I'm doing in a very long time. And I really, really appreciate the opportunity. And, coming here and just, I've had multiple conversations with everybody, almost everybody here. We've done content together and stuff. It's just a whole other level when you do it, when you meet in person for 7 days and you're doing all this inner work and stuff. And some of my biggest takeaways was, it was really two main ones. It was about the core value, it was centered around the core values. And like when you set that sheet with all the different core values, like I had never really taken that stuff seriously ever. And something that, he walked off right now, but Charles said that when you're, like a lot of times when people do select core values and we're talking about it, it's bullshit. And I agreed with him actually, because I've done that. Like, it sounds really good to do all that stuff, but what he said is it's bullshit because most people are not putting in the inner work and actually putting the work in to really have those core values, like, and have them actually mean something. And I totally agreed with that. And when you sent that sheet and we were going around and talking about the core values, the three that I talked about, like it was no question. I just, like, as soon as I saw them, immediately, those are my core values: ethical, accountability, freedom. And a lot of it is associated with all of the crap that is put out there that is going to have unbelievably negative consequences, devastating consequences on people's money. And it's so sad to me, and to almost have gone down that path. And because of you, I did not. I just knew immediately that this is my mission. And then what you said, when you see something in opposition of your core values, you just want to fight back. You have to resist.
Yep.
I feel that every single day now. And so that's how I know these are my core values. I actually feel it. I didn't just check them off because it sounds good, or I wasn't even guessing it. It's like as soon as I saw it, there was nothing else except those core values. And the big light bulb moment for me was how I'm going to move forward with my content, the type of messaging that I'm going to have. It's going to be a lot more centered around those core values. Not that it really wasn't before, but it's going to be at the heart.
More front and center.
Yeah, it's going to be at the heart of the content that I create now, because I was just kind of shotgunning content out there and stuff, getting it out there. Nothing wrong with that, but it's going to be much more focused now. So that was my biggest takeaway. And then also the brotherhood circle. That was such a key reminder to me how important it is to have amazing people in your life, and as men to have other amazing men in your life. Just seeing the vulnerability, and people are having these massive breakthroughs. People are crying and stuff, and as men, a lot of times we are we just have this. I don't know if it's a natural instinct or indirectly taught to do so. We suppress these kinds of things, and it builds up and it builds up, and it's really destructive. And just seeing that brotherhood circle, we're going around, we're all men, we know we can do this safely, no judgment, nothing. It was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen. It was such a reminder how important the tribe is, the community. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are in alignment with your core values, your mission, etc. So I'll wrap up with that, man. Those were my biggest takeaways, and it's been a great experience.
That's amazing, man. Well, it's been, like I said, it's been amazing for me. I've been blown away by all you guys. I've been blown away because it's not a small thing, right? Like, I'm gonna kind of it's not a small thing to have you guys, show up and get stretched and asked to do these things. Like, that men's circle was like a big stretch,
That was crazy.
right? It was a big stretch. Fair? And that takes some balls to go in and be willing to be vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
But I talk about the importance of being vulnerable all the time, and I think a lot of times people hear that and they think it's just like lip service, right? But you said it, and the reason, and Charles said it first, and you just kind of emulated it. It's like the core values are at, have to be at the front of everything, have to be our filter in how that we live our life through, and the decisions that we make, and all this stuff. And vulnerability has to be front and center. But if we don't practice vulnerability intentionally, then how are we going to be vulnerable and real with the people that we're trying to serve, right? And so it's those kinds of experiences, getting in groups with men like that, with people like that. In this situation, it happened to be all men, which I think is important as well, right? And I think when we look at that experience, it has to be an intentional practice. Life 180 is living intentionally for excellence, and I think intentionally surrounding yourself with the community, being guarded and intentional about the people you spend your time with, the people that every one of us has an energy, and we all emit that energy, and we all take it in, and we have to feed each other, you know what I mean? And if you don't guard who you spend your time with, you may not realize what you're doing to yourself, you know what I mean? And doing that is super key, and we're going to do another ceremony tonight, it looks like. So they're getting set up over there to do this cool ceremony. I don't know how many people are going to do it tonight, but it's pretty cool. This is just really unique stuff. And for me, I'll say this, I'll end with this. My biggest takeaway this week is that you guys have inspired me, that I've had, how do I say this? I've had, I don't even know how to put it into words. Holy crap. I've had I've had the leaning, or the inkling, the notion that what we're doing, and I know what we're doing is unique, right? Because I know nobody else in the business is doing it. And nobody else is actually living it the way that we're living it, and truly putting people first in the way that we are. And that may sound like a brag or whatever, but that is the front of everything that I stand for. And not perfect, obviously, but absolutely try my best to like always have that front and center as my filter, so to speak, with every decision I make. And you guys coming and the courage I've seen and the willingness to grow and stretch from you guys has actually inspired me to realize like not only should I keep doing what I'm doing, but I need to take it to the level that I've been kind of feeling like I should, but I just didn't have the courage to do on my own, right? And you guys have inspired me to keep going, right? And take it to the next level. And so I thank you for that. It's cool. So, all right, guys. Well, this is a fun little impromptu live.
I agree.
This is
That's
cool.
a good idea.
The view sucks, though.
Great job.
I know. Can you pick a better spot next time? All right, for this retreat.
So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully you found value in this. Hey, Benny Romo asked, who wants to answer this? What do we think about the PHP agency? I'll let you answer.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Compare the PHP. How about do this? Compare the PHP agency to what we're doing.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not. I'll try and condense it, I guess, because this stuff kind of gets me fired up. Companies like PHP, and honestly, like to me, there's no real difference between PHP, WFG, GFI, whatever. Like they're all the same to me. And I have personal experience like going through the stupid MLM crap, and like they hype you up like you're gonna live this amazing lifestyle or whatnot. And it's all about recruiting, and sales. And it's just in my opinion, it's a horrible environment, a horrible business to start, especially in financial services where that is the incentive. It's not actually serving people. And they'll tell you it's about, like you're going to help a bunch of people with their finances and stuff like that. And then they sell IUL. That's ruining, that can ruin people's finances. So with PHP and stuff like that, stay away from it. Like if you're actually on a mission to help people and you want to make a crap load of money doing it, do it right. Do it with a company that is in alignment with actually serving people and doing the right thing and doesn't compromise on its beliefs and principles and values and things like that. And it's actually helping people grow and move forward, in this case with their finances. Like, stuff like PHP and like the new one, GFI, like I saw an Instagram video.
WFG
with Eric Olson and this Instagram video that he did. That was just, oh my God, it's just like hardcore traditional MLM crap. Go for it. You can quit your job and what do you got to lose and all this stuff. And then you don't even own your own business, guys.
Yep.
Like it's actually like look at the contract with these companies. It's actually in the contract. You don't even own the business. So I don't know. I would not be, knowing what I know now, I would not be able to look myself in the mirror comfortably every single day. I would not be able to go to sleep at night knowing that I'm selling trash like that to people. I can't do it. So you guys want to chime in?
I want you to give a further commercial at this point because you're on a roll.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Like what makes us different? And like, compare. You said like align with a company that actually has the values and actually leads with that and actually wants to serve people. Like, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
What does that mean? Like in real life, actionably.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What are the things that it looks like to align with your values? How as an agent do you need to show up? How as an agent do you need to build yourself? What kind of focus should you have? What should the company be focused on to help you become who you need to be?
I'll share my experience with it, and it's why I joined LIFE180, which I think that it's a reflection of this. So I'm the type of person that likes to lead by example, and like when I started going down this rabbit hole and I started learning all these different things, sometimes it comes up like, these IUL agents, they just don't know what they don't know or whatnot. I don't think that's actually an excuse. I think like you have an actual obligation to learn what you are like selling to people. That was a huge thing for me. And I think just actually understanding what you're doing, knowing why you're doing it, is like when you have that in place, all of the other stuff just kind of falls into place on its own. Like you always say, the whole life insurance, like we don't sell whole life insurance, we solve problems, right? And it just so happens that the whole life insurance policy is a very good vehicle for solving a lot of those different problems. And again, I think with everybody here, And what we do at Life 180, the fact that we're not willing to compromise our beliefs, values, and stuff like that to get a bunch of followers and to make a bunch of money, you know, we're willing to sacrifice that in order to make sure we're doing the right thing for people. Just for me, that is one of the biggest differences between something like a company like Life 180 and these network marketing companies or other life insurance companies or whatnot. And it's why I decided to join Life 180, because I actually had offers from other agencies that were going to bring me on. And then as soon as I started going down this rabbit hole, you know, they were talking about IULs and stuff like that. And you know, we'll bring you in at a better contract and stuff like that. So I could have made a lot of money with it, but it didn't align. Like I could not do it. And I think Life 180 is the exact, is just a perfect example of like just living by core values, not compromising, doing the right thing by people, and just focus on serving. I think that's the biggest. Like we haven't talked about really sales. Like we finally did a little bit of marketing today. Okay, we haven't really talked about life insurance other than picking on IUL, right? That's about the extent of it. And we've been here for 3 or 4 days now. We haven't talked about any of that. It's all about serving. It's all about becoming the best version of yourself, and then becoming an extension of that to your clients and stuff like that. Like doing all of this work on ourselves. And I just like when I see that when I experience this, and then I see trash like PHP, WFG, or whatnot, and it's all you're gonna have the Lamborghini and look at this private island that I'm on, and just recruit as many people as you can. Let's sell an IUL to your family and friends as soon as possible before you even know what you're doing. Dude, like it's a night and day difference, man. There's just no comparison to it. So I don't know. That's was that a good enough commercial?
That was not, no, it was good. I mean, it's humbling. I don't know, humbling is the right word. I've been blown away by this whole process, and I just love it. And I'm excited for the rest of the week. You know, we'll probably go live again. What do you guys think? Want to do this again sometime?
Dude, anytime
So
you want, man.
we're here for the next 4 days. The next 4 days, I'm honestly now, my head has been spinning, my heart's spinning. I'm trying to figure out what it's going to look like here, how often we're going to do these events, because honestly, these last 2 days have been probably the most fun 2 days I've had in a decade.
Hell
Like
yeah, man.
it's
Not gonna
literally.
do
And I realize like this is my calling to like get people like you guys in a room and help elevate you and help guide and like and lead. And it's just been like eye-opening for me. And I've always known I've been called to it, but you know, like I said, this is the first like live event, and you guys are like the perfect people to have here for it. You want to say something?
Something else just came to me for the commercial.
Hit it.
Okay.
Commercial.
The commercial with PHP. Okay.
Encore.
Here's the other thing too. That it just kind of hit me. I was like, the people that run these organizations and represent them, like Patrick Bet David. I love that guy. I watch his content all the time. I think it's great. But then when I started learning that he was the one behind PHP, came from WFG, it really shifted my respect for him quite a bit, because a lot of times I think like the people at the top, they know what's going on. They know
Ed
better.
Milet, same deal.
Yeah, and Ed Milet was the biggest disappointment for me, because Ed Milet like had a big impact on me when I first heard his story. Like I was bawling, dude.
It's hard to listen to his story.
He
and not
is
bawl.
such a phenomenal speaker. It's just like an incredible story, whatever. And I resonated with it so much. And for years, I listened to Ed Milet's content. And not that that particular type of content was bad, but when I learned that he was running the show at WFG, and now they're selling these freaking IULs and just hurting people, it shifted the respect I have for these people. And I've seen. So I would say here's another major difference between a company like PHP, WFG, whatever, and Life 180 is the training. So when I've seen Ed Milet's training on sales, handling objections, it is egregious.
Is it? I've never
It's
seen it.
awful.
I've never seen
man.
it.
It is.
You've
It
seen
is.
it?
Oh, it's so
It's bad?
manipulative, man.
I've
Oh
never
my
seen
god.
it.
It
Oh, that's
is.
sad.
It is bad, Chris. And when I saw it, it gave me chills. I was like, how do you sleep at night, man? That is, because like it was all about making the sale. It wasn't about like actually serving the person, getting to know them. It was about making the sale. And yeah, exactly. And
I gotta see
and the different training like at Life 180, like you were saying it yesterday. We don't sell anything. I don't try to sell shit ever. There's no handling objections. There's none of that. It's just providing the value, educate people, let people know how this works, and let them make their own decision.
Yes.
Ask questions, get to know them, see if this is a good fit, and if it is, let's structure it in a way that's beneficial for you. That's the kind of training that we're getting at Life 180. It's not this manipulative bull crap on how to close a sale. It is, how do we get to the bottom of the biggest problems that these people that people have? How can we serve them? How do we solve those problems? Right? None of that manipulative crap. So that's my encore. That hit me, and I remembered watching Ed Milet's video on that, and like that's a huge difference.
Jeff's got
Can I add a couple things? All right, so I don't know PHP. I've never been personally a part of it. However, being a part of Life 180, I'm learning from the guys that have been around that, have taken in illustrations from other companies and found, some of the issues that are going on. So I'm being educated in what's out there. I have been around the network marketing industry for 10 or 12 years. I've been exposed to it numerous times. You get sucked in. It's very easy to get sucked in. And I think somebody that hears the message that some of these network marketing companies offer, it is very seductive if you don't know any different. It's very easy to get caught in the hook of the lifestyle, in the money, in the upping of your ranking, and all those things sound really good. And in my experience around those companies, there's never the alignment of, is this the right fit for you? You're not fully understanding what it takes to be successful in the company at a true deep level, to really recruit, to really sell, whether it's essential oils or if it's IULs. That is a problem that I've seen over and over and over. People get hooked in based on what's pitched on stage at an event where the energy's high and there's jamming music and you're all fired up. But then when you go back into your real day-to-day life, there can be a big disconnect with that. So I say that. The other point that I wanted to make was, a lot of times it's what's not being said. So you started to touch on it too, Matt, is the things that we haven't talked about this week, and I don't even think it will come up the rest of the time we're here, is how much money we're wanting to make and how many policies are we pushing through, how many applications have we gotten through, where the focus is on that. So sometimes it's not what is said in training, it's what's not said. And so if you're in some of these companies and that is the sole focus, and there is no focus on your growth or doing what's right for the client and getting to know the client at a deep and intimate level of what their goals and dreams are financially and how you can serve them, and if an IUL is not the right fit for them, what else can you do? There's a lot that goes into this, and it's very easy for somebody that's new, that has a level of ignorance, and I don't mean that with any disrespect. There's just things we don't know until we get into it and gain the experience and the knowledge from it. And when we can compare notes with other people, I think that's one of the advantages here, is we've got a lot of different backgrounds. Some of the guys have come from the IUL space. They've been a part of these companies. We know what the culture is. And so when we make some of these, what I think sounds probably to many people like we're picking on IULs all the time and we just don't know what we don't know. No, we really do know what we know, because we've got a major group of guys with a very diverse background in a lot of different areas, and we can compare notes and we understand what's going on out there. And what's going on here within Life 180 is a dramatically different environment, a dramatically different culture, that if you're looking for something different, you're looking for the real deal, it's right here.
That's right.
100%.
Woohoo. Giddy up.
Because Ian was in it.
Yeah, you guys.
This guy doing here. Ian actually went through it.
So yeah, I was recruited into WFG and spent a few months kind of in the beginning phases of getting onboarded.
Oh yeah, I met you at a WFG event.
I met Chris at a WFG event. I got to witness it from the inside. And no, Life 180 is not an MLM. It's the opposite of an MLM. The MLM style model is to strip away your authenticity. It's to strip away the thing that makes you unique and special, and to fit you into their system. What is happening here at Life 180 is the exact opposite. You get to be the person that you are. Like, focus on your strengths. Do the thing that makes you special. It's like, connect with people in an authentic way. Connect with your own market and your own audience and the people that resonate with you. And we understand here that this is a very abundance mindset with everybody in this place. Like, starts at the top with Chris, but all my peers, everybody that I've met here, everybody is helping each other. It's not the crabs in the bucket kind of situation. Somebody else's success does not diminish me in any kind of way. It just helps the whole group, helps everybody get better. So it's been, man, it's hard to even, it's not even the same kind of a business. Like, in WFG, I got used to getting the same coaching over and over again, being told to do what didn't work last week, every week, and there was like it said. So this was months ago, and I've been in contact with people that were in the group, and I knew behind the raw that there was a low key just dissatisfaction, and everybody knew, like, it was this hush, this whisper, like what the hell's going, like, how come, like, I had the same questions last week and he told me to do the same thing that didn't work last week, and like why am I not making money? Why are my like relatives and close friends feeling getting
They're
like
just not about it, bro.
yeah,
They're just not about it.
uncomfortable with these conversations? Why do I have to have this person that I don't think knows what they're talking about, who can't explain things to me? Why do I have to get my friends and family in front of this person? As somebody who I don't align with, and
Is this really live? Absolutely. It's
re-
really
Yeah,
live.
of course it's live.
It's
This
re-
is really
it's
live.
re-
Live finesse.
it's really live, and there were just a lot of red flags, and there was a lot of emotional, like they hook you in with the emotion, you become part of a team.
Yeah.
Something I talked about earlier is the fact that a lot of people are very isolated,
Yeah.
especially since COVID, and an opportunity to connect with people and connect with the team. Like, I jumped on it, and it didn't take me very long to realize, like, something's not right here. Like there is just something amiss, and slowly but surely, just asking questions like, how does an IUL work? Like, what are the potential downsides, and watching videos and educating myself, because I wasn't getting proper education within the organization. I was getting educated on talking points on how to sell one specific product that doesn't fit hardly anybody. Like, the reality is,
I thought it's for everyone.
I spent so much, like, there's such a focus on teaching talking points and the sales strategy, which was a very cleverly designed funnel to get people to move people in the direction of a specific outcome, that it didn't matter what the person's needs were. It was the outcome that the company wanted, and it was the outcome that the agent wanted. And unfortunately, that the needs of the agent and the desires of the agent were not going to be the thing that got the customer to where they wanted to go in life. I started to see that, and like, I am out of here. Thank goodness I met Chris, and right place, right time. Super blessed for that. Blessed to be here, and I've thought this multiple times throughout this trip. I'm like, WFG, like, you guys, you have no idea what you're missing. Like, there's 60,000 people who are just like on a railroad track, on a train track that's gonna lead them to Siberia, the middle of nowhere. And this has been an incredibly impactful and mind-opening, heart-opening, consciousness-expanding experience, unlike anything that you will get at WFG, or likely any of the other MLM style companies. I've not been in them, but yeah, there's the only thing I can say is there's no place I would rather be, and I was in that, and oh my gosh, this is completely different.
It's a 180.
It is a life 180. Yes.
It's awesome. You have anything you want to add?
I'm
No,
all good. Yeah,
you're
I
good.
just wanna
You're
sit
good. You're
in.
straight. You want to sit in, say hi?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna take some time. We almost have dinner here shortly. But thanks all for being here. We've had a good turnout. We're gonna go do a ceremony. It's gonna be awesome. I can already smell the incense burning, or whatever it is over there, kapal, and doing a little cleansing and all this stuff. We're gonna do a meditation as a group. It's gonna be cool. But anyway, thanks so much for being here. We are gonna go live again while we're here. We started this as an exercise. This ended up being way more fun than I thought it would be. So, good call, Matt. It was Matt's idea. It was a really good idea. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for being here. Till next video, have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. Later.
Well, that was great, guys.
How do I end?
Did you
How do I
were you
end?
watching
Oh,
on
I
the
just
feed?
hit the end.